can you tell me a little bit about the Indo-Pacific Centre for Military Law?
Thanks, Dale. So the IPCML's vision is to be a regional centre of excellence in military law, which supports a stable and secure Indo-Pacific region, a rules-based global order, and respect for international law. And this reflects the Defence White Paper and the Defence Strategic Update's focus on increased international engagement and training in the Indo-Pacific region. So our mission is to promote respect for the rule of law and compliance with international law in military operations through training, international engagement, and related activities with our partners in the region. And we do this through the delivery of legal training courses and capacity building activities for military officers from the Indo-Pacific region. A large number of them come to Sydney for our training courses, and we also deploy mobile training teams throughout the region. We also conduct workshops and seminars here for a domestic audience designed to operationalise the law and explore topical military law and international law issues within a regional context. And we work with a panel of experts comprised of Australian and international academics to contribute to the ADF's discourse on military law. And we also engage in partnerships and maintain contacts with similar military and government establishments in Australia and overseas.
Fantastic. I know you mentioned that you conduct training, and of course IHL training is part of what the IPCML does. In your view, Grace, what is the best way to deliver IHL training in terms of concepts covered? For example, do you think a comprehensive approach is the best, or do you think just focus on core norms is a more effective way of delivering training?
I think both models can be very effective. As far as the IPCML is concerned, our training courses provide members of regional armed forces with an introduction to international law and really a foundational knowledge of the law of armed conflict, which I'll refer to here as LOAC, so that they can then identify key rules and principles relating to LOAC and how these apply on operations. So our training intends to leave military officers with a greater understanding of the role and purpose of LOAC, the ability to identify key sources of law applicable to LOAC, and to know when and to whom LOAC applies, to understand individual and command responsibility, and to grasp the different legal frameworks in the spectrum of military operations, including between an international armed conflict and a non-international armed conflict. So for us, the rationale for these intended learning outcomes is to promote greater understanding of and compliance with LOAC, together with other, obviously, international and domestic laws which relate to military planning, exercises, and operations. And this training is aimed to develop an understanding of the legal environment of military operations and the ability to then apply those legal principles in a contemporary operational context through the interactive learning program that we offer. So we engage experienced subject matter instructors to provide the training so that it's both practical and relevant, cognizant of the operational experience, the duties and different responsibilities of the audience to the greatest extent that we can, so that the LOAC principles and rules are not only disseminated, but also integrated.
Okay.
And if I can just say a few more words about that, our training courses are not specifically targeted at legal officers. They are legally focused courses, but we generally only have up to 1/3 of course participants who are military lawyers. So we recommend the IPCML training courses for our own legal officers as part of their career and professional development, but it is not a mandated part of their training continuum, although it's obviously beneficial. And in addition to the learning that occurs around LOAC, we also believe that the training we offer develops valuable professional contacts and networks to contribute to a wider regional dialogue on the respective areas of the law which concern militaries in our region, and gives military officers the opportunity to act in a representational capacity and to work with other nations through the syndicate exercise work, which forms part of our courses. So it's hoped that that soft power diplomacy aspect of the training also aids in fostering an alumni of stronger regional partnerships.
Sure, sure. Grace, are you able to give an indication of which countries send their officers to the IPCML?
Well, we train generally between 30 and 40 different nations from the Indo-Pacific region. And that extends actually far beyond the Indo-Pacific region to include nations from the Middle East region, and some African Union nations, and also Ukraine. So there is quite an extensive range of countries we train. So up to, I would say, about 40 nations from the wider region.